So hindi lang magiging source nila mga kababayan ng mga information yung Quadcom, pati yung sa Senado na nag-initiate po ng investigation, si Bongo at saka si Bato, napasama tuloy. Doon umamin po si Digong eh. Yun nga yung kinokote din ng Congress, ng Quadcom kahapon. Yung mga statement, mga kababayan ni Digong. I-under oath siya doon. At itinuro si Bato na death squad. Yan, senador. Death squad din niya yan. Pinasubo mga kababayan ni Digong. Itinuro bigla si Bato. Ito naman po yung bago naming product na binibenta online. iGlow Serum Whitening po siya. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect before and now. Yung mga inquiries po ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa kanyang Facebook account, Riz Maravillas. O, sabi dito mga kababayan sa balita, yung ating Department of Justice nag-create na po ng task force para simulan ang formal investigation po sa EJK ng previous administration. So ipinag-utos na mga kababayan ni Secretary Remulla. So ito na yung sagot sa mga hamon mga kababayan ng kampo ng mga Duterte na ayaw nila dito sa Quadcom investigation. Sinasabi nila trial by publicity ito and it is a ploy para idiin daw yung dating Pangulong Digong. At yung challenge mga kababayan ni Digong doon sa Senate investigation. Sabi ni Digong, matagal na niya akong pumapatay. Wala man na niyang pinafile na kaso sa akin yung DOJ. Ayan tuloy. O ito na yung sagot ni DOJ Secretary Boying Remulla. Sabi dito sa balita, DOJ Chief creates task force to probe alleged EJ case during drug war. Ito mga kababayan yung sinasabi natin na be careful of what you say, baka magkatotoo. O ito na nga po, pag hindi naman ito gawin ng DOJ mga kababayan, siyempre mapapasama yung departamento. O ngayon, kinol yung challenge. At sabi nga natin, malamang kung ano yung sinapit ni Pacquiao. Di ba ganun din yung challenge ni Pacquiao? Mag-file niya kayo ng kaso sa Osgado. Ayun, pinailan. Kaya nakakulong na po ngayon. Ngayon, during the Quadcom investigation, ito pong si Jimmy Guban, may binulgar po na itong mafia killings niya, ang tawag niya, Davao Mafia Killings. Ang intensyon niya, ang intensyon niya, the purpose of this, to save the Queen in order to become the next president. That is how. Ganon na nila ginawan. Lahat patayan. Bigla na lang kasi umiyak mga kababayan si Jimmy Guban habang tinatanong siya. At nang makita niya si Asierto, naka-online si Asierto mga kababayan, biglang naging emotional po. Tapos yun ang kanyang sinabi, maiwaga po. But before ko mga kababayan ibigay sa inyo ang full story ng mga balitang yan, click subscribe muna dito sa ating YouTube channel and hit the notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa mga kaganapan dito sa ating bansa. Like and share na rin po ninyo ng ating video. At huwag na rin po ninyo na-skip yung ating mga commercial ads para tuloy-tuloy lang ang pag-unlad ng bagong Pilipinas. At itong ating programa mga kababayan, atid sa inyo nitong ating mga sponsors. Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapay po sa mga pulses in affected area. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas ng mga kaso-kasuan. Ito sa mukha naman yung application, anti-aging, Automax po siya. Ito, iGlow Serum mga kababayan. Whitening po siya. Made in South Korea. Ito naman po, Ningxia Red Mixed Fruit Drink. Gawa po siya sa goji berry. May anti-cancer properties po siya. At sa mga naghanap po ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. May Grab car rental din po kami. At bills payment po sa aming office. At saka sa mga mahilig po sa mga imported bags, Manood po kayo sa live selling ni Madam Eileen Rosales sa kanyang Eileen Closet po. Pati mga shoes, ito yung kanya po. Ito yung kanyang page. Kita ninyo, napakagandang mga online selling po siya. Si Madam Eileen Rosales. Cellphone number niya po, 773-798-7816. Balik tayo dito sa ating kwento. Nasabi natin, kinol ngayon ng DOJ. Magki-case build up na sila mga kababayan sa issue ng EJK. Yun kasi yung challenge ni Digong. So, sabi po ni Remulla, yung DOJ daw nakapag-create na po, bumuo na ng task force through Department Order 778 dated November 4. So, sila yung gagawa, mga kababayan, ng case build-up. Under the DO, Department Order, the task force shall probe, conduct case build-up, and file complaints against perpetrators and those involved in the EG case. Madaling sabi, mga kababayan, pasikip ng pasikip ang mundo ng mga nasa likod po ng EG case. The task force was also directed to coordinate and help the House of Representatives Quad Committee at saka yung Senate Blue Ribbon Committee in their investigations into the anti-illegal drug campaign. So hindi lang magiging source nila, mga kababayan, ng mga information yung Quadcom, pati yung sa Senado na nag-initiate po ng investigation, si Bongo at saka si Bato, napasama tuloy. Doon umamin po si Digong Yun nga yung kinokote din ng Congress, ng Quadcom kahapon. Yung mga statement, mga kababayan ni Digong. I-under oath siya doon. At itinuro si Bato na death squad. Yan, senador. Death squad din niya yan. Pinasubo, mga kababayan ni Digong. Itinuro bigla si Bato. Maigpit, mga kababayan, yung utos ni Remulla. Sabi niya, spare no one. Hold accountable every personality who had a hand in the senseless killing perpetrated by abusive persons in authority during the past admin's anti-illegal drug campaign. Matigas po yung pag sinabing spare no one, ang tinutumbok noon. Kasi ang nag-implement ng war on drugs, wala man pong ibang author si Digong. So, spare no one. Patungkol po yon, mga kababayan, kay Digong. Wala pong sasantuhin. Ibig sabihin, walang secret cows. Matindi po yung revelasyon ni SPO for Arturo Las Cañas. Mamaya, i-reply ko po sa inyo. So, ito yung komposisyon, mga kababayan, ng task force. Yung task force daw will be chaired by a senior assistant state prosecutor, co-chaired by a regional prosecutor with 9 members from the National Prosecution Service or NPS. A team from the National Bureau of Investigation was also ordered to assist the task force. Sa isang chance interview, si newly appointed Prosecutor General Richard Anthony Fadolion said the NPS prosecutor sa niya would help law enforcement agencies sa pag-imbestiga sa mga kaso ng EG case. Ang aming prosecutor sa niya are there to give the law enforcement agencies the necessary backup in terms of legal knowledge or strategies and probably guiding them into what kind of evidence is needed in any particular case created to file. So yun, mga kababayan, yung wish ni Digong, granted, is now granted ng ating Department of Justice. O ngayon, before kong i-play sa inyo, mga kababayan, yung naging testimony, actually recorded na siya ni Las Cañas, kung saan pag napakinggan na po ninyo talagang nakakapanindig balahibo. Dito muna tayo. Ibigay ko muna sa inyo itong kwento tungkol sa sinabi ni Jimmy Guban. Bigla na lang napaiyak po si Jimmy Guban. Ito yung sabi niya rito. Guban claims Davao Mafia killings were to save the Queen for presidential ambitions. Nagtaka nga ako, mga kababayan, kung bakit ganun yung naging statement ni Jimmy Guban. Yun ang ganyang biglang naibulalas. Pero napaisip ako, kasi di ba may mga previous statement si Inday I think ang nire-refer niya, tinutumbok niya rito, si Inday may presidential ambition. So kung paniniwalaan natin mga kababayan, itong sinasabi ni Guban, ibig sabihin walang katotohanan yung mga statements ni Inday na wala man siyang ambisyon. Pinilit nga lang daw siya, mga kababayan, ni Senator Amy Marcos kasi siya nag-file ng pagka-mayor ng Davao City. O ngayon, alam naman natin na may Ransararan movement. Yun ang narrative nila eh. Pero nang manalo, mga kababayan na Vice Presidente si Inday, nang magkagalit na sila, actually hindi man magkagalit, kundi si Inday yung nagalit. Yung ating Pangulo hindi man nagagalit. Ayaw man magalit si Presidente. Tutok lang siya sa kanyang trabaho. Kahit galit na galit yung mga Duterte sa kanya. Biglang pinag-appoint ni Inday yung kanyang sarili as designated survivor. So, with that statement, siyempre, mapapaisip ka na si Inday talaga ang kanyang nasa isip yung pagiging presidente. Di ba? And comes now this statement ni Guban. Parang connecting the dots. Makikita mo talaga kung ano yung kanilang intensyon. Ayan, sabi rito, Guban claims Davao Mafia killings were to save the Queen for presidential ambitions. Former Bureau of Customs Intelligence Officer Jimmy Guban became emotional while testifying during the 10th public hearing ng Quadcom. Bulalas mga kababayan ni Guban nang makita si Asierto. Sabi niya dito, kasi tinanong siya, bakit kanya umiiyak? Galit po at tuwa dahil kaming dalawa, referring to Asierto, ay pareho pang buhay. Di dahil sa pagkanulo kay Asierto. Pasalamat kami sa Diyos, pareho kaming buhay, sabi po ni Guban. When asked ba why, he was in tears. Ilan ang namatay dahil dyan sa Davao Mafia, sabi po niya. And their purpose to save the Queen in order to become the next president. That is how, ganon nila ginawa, lahat patayan. So kahit nga ako po na napaisip, anong relasyon nun? Bakit gagawin ng ganon? Tapos doon sa statement ni Asierto pa, na itong mga nangyayari po na laganap na droga na lumabas mga kababayan, yung protector mismo, si Digong, si Bongo at saka si Bato, yun ang sinasabi ni Asierto. May connection niya dito sa West Philippine Sea. Talagang malalim po. Marami tayong dapat na subaybayan talaga. Kaya yung hearing po umabot ng halos 2 o'clock in the morning. Hindi na ako nakatagal. Tinulugan ko na muna. Sabi ko bukas na lang. Pagod na tayo sa panunood. So anyway, yun po yung katakataka na binitawan ng mga pananalita ni Guban. Sabi rito, later, House Assistant Majority Leader in Zambales 1st District Representative J. Cogon asked Guban to elaborate on his earlier statement about saving the Queen in order to become the next president. Pero nag-refuse si Guban mga kababayan, citing security concerns from people connected to a certain family. Ngayon, nagpopumilit si Cogon. Asked if he was referring to the Duterte family. Guban responded that he would reveal more details at a later time. So hindi pa siya handa mga kababayan na magsalita. Siguro sa mga susunod na araw, sasabihin niya sa Quadcom kung ano itong ibig sabihin niya at kung sino ang sinasabi niyang save the Queen. Yan po. Galit po at tuwa dahil kaming dalawa, referring to Asierto, ay pareho pong buhay. Di dahil sa pagkanulo kay Asierto, pasalamat kami sa Diyos, pareho kaming buhay. Ilan ang namatay dahil dyan sa Davao Mafia and their purpose to save the Queen in order to become the next president. That is how, ganun nila ginawan. Lahat patayan. Yan o. Pinipilit sana mga kababayan ni Cogon, sino anya yung tinutukoy mo? Yung pamilya Duterte ba? Sorry, Your Honor, maybe next time. In fact, empleyado ng isang kongresista dito, sinusundan yung aking anak. yung ex-army na kaibigan kong mga ex-army, kinokontak nila not to be our security. There was also a call from Davao negosyante threatening my son that he will be kidnapped, sabi po ni Guban. So talaga pong kaabang-abang itong mga susunod na Quadcom hearing. Ngayon, dito tayo sa naging revelasyon ni Las Cañas kung paano ginagawa po yung mga patayan doon sa Davao. Ikwininto na niya po lahat. Ito na po mga kababayan, pakinggan natin.
Can we show the video first of because we only have 2 more interpellators before the last 2 interpellators? Can we show the video that was not shown earlier because we had technical problems? Secretariat, okay na ba yung ating video?
I was told it's already okay. The audio is okay.
Okay, sige. Please play the video.
Good day to everyone. I am Arturo Mariquet Las Cañas, a retired policeman of the Davao City Police Office, Philippines. I was born in Davao City, December 16, 1960. I am making this video recording certifying that I am the one to affix my signature, Arturo Mariquet Las Cañas. I am the author of this sworn statement, composed of 156 pages and 295 paragraphs. It is my own free will in accord. Walang nagtuturo sa akin, walang nagtatakot sa akin. It is my own free will. It is this sworn statement is my own making, which has the following conclusion. Based on my personal knowledge and experience inside the Duterte Death Squad or Davao Death Squad, for more than 20 years as police intelligence operative and investigator for 34 years in advance, the following are my conclusion. A. I say and declare honestly and truthfully that the person of Mayor Rodrigo Rua Duterte and his son, Paulo Pulong Duterte, are directly involved with the illegal drug trade in Davao City. Mayor Rodrigo Rua Duterte is in partnership with Michael Yang in Sami Oy and Pulong Duterte in partnership with Charlie Tan. Mayor Rodrigo Rua Duterte also had police officers in the person of Bato, former Colonel, Police Colonel Ten Bato de la Rosa, and Wilkins Villanueva in the illegal drug trade. One, Mr. Michael Yang is a Chinese national with business in Davao City, the DCLA, around the 90s. Based on my enumeration of cases above, Michael Yang is a drug lord and the boss of Alan C., the manager of the Shabol laboratory that was raided by PDEA in December 31, 2004. In 2012, the Shabol laboratory workers inside the Green Heights subdivision were also monitored to be reported to Michael Yang's DCLE office in Davao City. To Mr. Sammy Oy has an import-export business in Davao City. He also owns a big cockpit arena in Matina, Davao City. Mr. Sammy Oy is Mr. Michael Yang's patron friend in Davao City. I know it through Mr. Michael Yang's customs broker, Mr. Randy Usman, my friend and associate in smuggling activities in the port of Davao in year 2012. Randy Usman was Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte's deputy mayor for the Maranao tribe in Davao City. Also, in the massacre of subdivision construction workers I discussed about, Sammy Oy was a participant in the said murders deep in Laod Quarry. The DDS group of the Duterte Hit Squad group, on orders of Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, erased the workers because they informed the police, which is our group, about the existence of the Shabu Laboratory in Green Heights Subdivision, which was owned by Michael Yang.
Matindi po.
Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Sammy Oy, and Michael Yang are friends and close to each other. I saw them personally together in hotels in Davao City in several occasions. Mr. Sammy Oy is a long-time bosom friend of Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte in Davao City. It acknowledged
Inubaran mga kababayan yung maskara ni Digong, ni Las Cañas.
Mr. Charlie Tan is a Chinese national doing karaoke bar business, which is the ETB bar in Davao City. That's around the last quarter of the 90s. He is very close to both father and son, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte and Paulo Pulong Duterte. I met him thrice personally in his ETB bar with Pulong Duterte twice, and once at Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte's residence.
Itong video ito galing kay Laila de Lima. Ang sabi ni dating Senador Laila de Lima, itong video mismong ito, yung transcript ng video ito mga kababayan, submitted dito sa ICC, International Criminal Court. May copy din siya na sinubmit sa Quadcom. 180 pages yata yung pagkasabi ni de Lima. Affidavit siya, sinumpa ang salaysay. Balikan natin.
In Central Park Subdivision, Davao City. As mentioned above, Charlie Tan, in partnership with Pulong Duterte, imported shabu from the port of Davao, using Randy Usman as broker and Mr. Mark Swico.
Madaling sabi, sina Pulong mismo, sila mismo yung nag-import ng shabu. Di ba ka gimbal-gimbal mga kababayan na kwento? Kaya iniintay natin kung ano yung reactions ng pamilya Duterte. Until today po, tahimik pa. Para fair po tayo. Pati kung ano yung sinasabi nila, ipipresent natin. Yan sa journalism po. Dapat ganun. Para marinig ng taong bayan. And in fact, yun din ang rason sana kung bakit gusto ng Quadcom personal na mag-appear po sa Quadcom hearing si Digong para matanong at pasinungalingan niya kung hindi totoo itong mga akusasyon ay itong mga sinasabi, itong kwento po ni Las Cañas. Kailan po absent siya? Ayaw kasi ang sabi, bias nga niya yung Quadcom. So balikan natin, mga kababayan.
Based on my personal knowledge, Charlie Tan and Michael Yap are also best of friends. Letter B, based on my personal knowledge, Pulong Duterte is also involved in rice smuggling in partnership
Pati
with
rice
Davidson
smuggling?
Bangayan, alias David Tan.
Mga smugglers pala.
Is a smuggling financier of rice and sugar in the port of Davao.
Kung paniniwalaan natin.
2011 to
Hindi lang droga, pati pag-smuggle ng bigas. Yan ang sinasabi mga kababayan ni Las Cañas. Pinangalanan niya si Pulong bilang isang smuggler ng bigas. Hindi lang siya po.
2014. I have no personal knowledge after 2014.
Matagal na, 2014.
Especially during the time of Customs Collector Attorney Bangkoy, Stewart Santiago, and Mark Sulico, front for Davidson Bangayan, alias David Tan. Letter C, to my knowledge, Mayor Rodrigo Duterte and deceased former Osamis City Mayor Aldong Paruhinog are friends, which blossomed into an unholy alliance, as stated above. This led to the abduction, killing, and beheadings of 2 innocent persons. Both men had common evil deeds in life. Both kill people, both possess guns, and all. Interestingly, both men were friends and protectors of Mr. Michael Young, the drug lord. Both were mobsters disguised as public servants. I personally witnessed when Police Major Ernesto Macasain introduced Aldong Paruhinog to Mayor Rodrigo Rua Duterte during a dinner in a Chinese restaurant in the vicinity of Victoria Plaza Mall in Davao City. It was several months after the abduction of the entire Muslim family, the Patasaha family of General Santos City. That dinner meeting resulted to a verbal covenant between Mayor Rodrigo Rua Duterte and Aldong Paruhinog. I believe President Rodrigo Rua Duterte ordered the killing of Aldong Paruhinog because they know too much of each other in the field of gangsterism and barbarism. One mobster, Mayor, now President Rodrigo Rua Duterte, had to undo the other to preserve and protect his deep-dark persona.
Ang tawag niya kay Digong po, monster, matindi po.
In a treacherous way, with the presumption of legality and regularity through police operation. For he is now labeled as His Excellency. The whole Davao Death Squad network was used as Mayor Rodrigo Rua Duterte's personal killing machine. They took advantage of our blind loyalty to him and our greed for money to promote and protect his personal and political interests. All of our targets were killed based solely on the intel information and orders given by Mayor Rodrigo Rua Duterte himself, or through his evil lieutenants like Sonny Buenaventura and Mr. Christopher Bongo. Back then now, none of the Davao Death Squad members attempted or even dared to
Sabit po si Bongo. So malamang with all these bombshells sa Quadcom, tahimik pa si Bongo ngayon. Malamang maapektuhan ang re-election bid ni Bongo sa 2025 midterm elections.
These inter reports, and we just killed them simply because we believe in and blindly follow Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Looking back, then Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte's kill and terror policy in the campaign against criminality and illegal drugs were purely deceiving and misleading, just to spread his engineered evil, protect his hidden interests, and cover up his crimes. For my participation in all these heinous crimes, I would like to sincerely apologize to the Filipino nation and to my family.
Humingi ng tawa.
I am sorry that I have been blind, sinful, hurtful, and greedy. I also apologize for I have been disloyal to my profession as a policeman whose sworn duty is to serve and protect the Filipino people. I, along with my fellow members of the Duterte Death Squad or Davao Death Squad, have allowed ourselves to be turned into monsters by our evil master, Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte. I know that this apology and this complete revelation of the evil deeds and crimes of Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte are not enough to ease the pain of the families of the victims we have killed. It is also not enough to redeem my lost soul. But this is the least I could do. To try to make up for the monstrosity that I have done. More importantly, I am hoping that this will be an important step in finally stopping this evil, this monster, Rodrigo Roa Duterte. His terror, death, and destruction that Rodrigo Roa Duterte had imposed on our country and our people. May the all-merciful God, through His Son Jesus Christ, forgive me for all the evil deeds I have done. I am exhibiting this affidavit to attest to the true existence of the state-sponsored extrajudicial killing and terrorism through the Duterte Death Squad or Davao Death Squad and Tokhang, now operating nationwide, and for whatever legal purpose it may serve. I am now affixing my signature this day, October 8, 2020. God bless to all, and mabuhay Pilipinas. Thank you.
Okay. So, that's it, no? Senator De Lima?
Just to inform this body, actually what Mr. Las Cañas read in that video is the conclusion found in his ICC affidavit. So that's another proof that this copy that I have of an affidavit of Mr. Las Cañas, which he submitted to the ICC, is the same as what really is talking about the affidavit that he validated. Kasi binasa lang po niya yung conclusion portion at the end of his affidavit.
Okay. Sig.
Yun lang po.
Okay, thank you, Senator. The next...
So yan po mga kababayan ang kahindik-hindik na revelasyon. So hintayin natin sa mga susunod na oras at araw kung magpa-press con si Digong, si Bato or si Bongo. Kasi sila mga kababayan yung mga pinangalanan. Kung ano yung mga involvement nila dito sa sinasabing Davao Death Squad at saka sa smuggling both ng shabu pati po ng bigas. Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco Bills, PLDT, Aleco Bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Chilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British tourists sila. Ang lalaki ng katawan na, mga kababayan, nag-gym sa amin. Ito naman po, Indian National. Ito mga mga European sila. Ito naman yung bago naming product na binibenta online, Eye Glow Serum. Whitening po siya galing sa South Korea. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur, Riz Maravillas. For inquiries, look for Riz Maravillas on FB. Ito naman po, Firmax Framing and Lifting Cream. Pinapahid po ito sa mga pulses and affected area. Mainam po ito sa mga pains at paninigas na mga kasukasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Sa mga cancer patients naman po, baka lang gusto ninyo itong itry. Nengxia Red Mix Fruit Drink. Hindi man po siya gamot, food supplement siya. Kaya lang, gawa siya mga kababayan sa goji berry. Yung goji berry may anti-cancer properties. Yung mga inquiries ninyo, dumiretso na lang kayo sa aming messenger sa Facebook para masagot namin agad. Ayos po. Ako po si Dante Maravillas. Bye-bye. God bless.